What's going on around? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another Steam 2 video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at another weapon. And today we're finally taking a look at the competitive weapon this season. And it's a very interesting one this time around, because this is going to be the first ever weapon in the aggressive burst SMG category. So yeah, there's a 4 burst SMG. Something that we have never seen before. Bungie loves doing that with the competitive weapons, introducing like a type of weapon that we had never seen before, with some amazing stats and some pretty good perks as well. I feel like the pool for the competitive weapons is always good, and that kind of continues with this SMG. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what are the perks that you can get with this weapon, what are the best ones, and the ones that we should be going for if you're going for a god with this weapon. As well as we'll have a mini review where I just kind of talk about the things that I like or dislike when playing with this SMG. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you guys do, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel in case you guys are ready for some more Destiny 2 content. And now let's get into it, and first we gotta talk about how to actually get this SMG. Well, being a competitive weapon, you are gonna have to go into the competitive playlist and you're gonna have to play your 7 placement matches. At the end of the final placement match, you actually get your first ever SMG to drop, and then afterwards just playing matches as you win or lose them, you'll have a chance to get this SMG after the match. And the higher your ranking is, the more likely you are to get this SMG after those 7 matches. But now let's actually move on and start talking about the thing that I know you guys care the most about. Let's take a look at those trade perks. We're going to have a quick overview of all the perks, and we'll get a little bit more in depth into some of the best ones. We're going to talk about both PvP and PvE, so no matter what you're looking for, I'm sure there's going to be something good for you here. And at the very end, we'll go over some of the god roles that you should be looking for both modes as well. So let's not waste any time, let's get into it, and let's start with the very first trade perk. So these are the options we have for the very first trade perk. We have rangefinder, attrition orbs, impromptu ammunition, rapid hit, stopping power, shoot to loot, and lastly lone wolf. And I think this time we're going to be starting off with PvP since it is a competitive weapon. For PvP, you have 3 different options I think are going to be very good on this weapon. First is the new and updated rangefinder. After years of rangefinder not really being that great, Bungie buffed it again, which makes it again very good on this weapon. It's going to extend your range, allowing you to hit people that are farther away, and overall just making this SMG more effective at longer range. It's going to be the only perk in this slot that's actually going to increase your range, and so that makes it very good on this weapon. So rangefinder is 100% the best perk that you can actually get on this, but there's 2 other ones that are also going to be pretty good. The first one's rapid hit. It's going to improve your stability and reload speed whenever you hit some precision hits, which is very easy to build up with a weapon like this one that fires 4 shots per burst, and it does make landing those follow-up shots very easy, and it actually makes the weapon feel very good. It's definitely no rangefinder, but it's definitely going to make the weapon feel a bit better. Another option could also be lone wolf. This is going to improve your aim assist, aim down sight speed, as well as the airborne effectiveness. This is another really good option. I mean, all these things are very good on this weapon, but again, these kind of pales in comparison to you straight up having more range thanks to rangefinder, which is what I'm going to recommend for this slot. Now for PvE, you have a couple of different choices. First, we have attrition orbs. Attrition orbs work very well, especially on kinetic submachine guns like this one. This season, because of all the kinetic stuff we have in the artifact, weapons like these ones are going to be very good, especially if, like this weapon, they roll with kinetic tremors. So attrition orbs is going to be very good, just giving you some free orbs for doing damage in PvE. And orbs are just amazing. They're great for builds, they heal you, and overall they just break parts of like the gameplay loops in PvE. So just being able to make orbs with your weapon by doing damage is huge. Then we have some niche options like stopping power and shoot to loot. Shoot to loot, if you like shoot to loot and actually use shoot to loot, then you'll probably like it on this weapon. And then stopping power just gives you more stagger to your weapon. You'll be able to more easily stagger enemies with this weapon. It can definitely help, and being able to stagger enemies is a pretty nice effect, but it's just definitely not as good as attrition orbs, just being able to make all those orbs for free essentially. So there's 2 perks that really stand above the rest for both PvP as well as PvE in this slot. Now for the second trade perk, these are going to be our options right here. We got Firefly, Head Seeker, All-Star, Kinetic Tremors, Master of Arms, Desperado, and lastly, Bewildering Burst. And once again, I think we're going to be starting off with Crucible. And for the Crucible, the main two that I'm going to recommend they go with are going to be either Headseeker or also Master of Arms. Something I really love about Master of Arms is that you're able to proc it with other weapons as well. So if you get some kills with your special weapon, you'll also get the benefit on this weapon with Master of Arms. And for the damage increase, isn't that huge, at least at one stack, it is still very nice because we use how easy it is to proc. And it's gonna lead you to have a lower TTK just because of having this small damage perk. We're also gonna have Headseeker on this weapon, which, while it won't lower the TTK, it is gonna make it a lot easier to reach the optimal TTK, and also it's easier to hit those headshots in general, thanks to the increased aim assist from Headseeker. Headseeker, if you want just consistency on this weapon, is gonna be the perk that you wanna go for. You wanna lower your TTK, go with Master of Arms, and for consistency, Headseeker. Now when it comes to PVE, we're gonna get just straight into it. It's Kinetic Tremors. You want Kinetic Tremors, that's essentially what you want on this weapon. That is gonna make this weapon amazing and basically the one that you wanna go for. Kinetic Tremors is just crazy this season, and it being on a weapon like this one, where you can constantly proc it multiple times in just one magazine, I think now it's actually one of the best SMGs with Kinetic Tremors, and essentially the perk that you want for PvE. There's other interesting ones like Firefly, Master of Arms could also work there, but nothing's gonna be as close or as good as Kinetic Tremors. Now let's actually talk about some of the god rolls that you should be looking for on this weapon. First, let's get the two big ones out of the way. Attrition Orbs, Kinetic Tremors is gonna be the go-to roll when it comes to PvE. There's nothing that's really gonna get close to it. This thing just does everything. With all the kinetic mods that we have this season, Kinetic Tremors already being very good, and then on top of it, being able to make a ton of orbs with Attrition Orbs is just like the perfect setup to have with an SMG, especially with this one. Now for Crucible, Rangefinder can be combined with either Headseeker or with Master of Arms to get some pretty good rolls. I think either of those are going to work pretty well, but you want to look just for the most consistency, it is going to be Rangefinder Headseeker. It is just kind of hard not to go with that one. It's just going to make the weapon feel very good, very consistent, and very deadly. Another one that you could also try is Rapid Hit plus Headseeker. This one, you don't have the extra range that you get from Rangefinder, but you are going to have a bit more stability as well as the reload speed, but the main thing that we're looking for is that stability. If you play on console and you think that maybe the SMG kicks a little too much, then maybe you want to go for a roll like this one. But those are the rolls that I recommend that you guys go for on this weapon, and the ones that I'm going to be looking for on the weapon as well. But like always, I want to hear from you guys. What is the role that you guys are going to be going for? Maybe what's the role that you already got on this weapon? And are you going to be looking for a better one? Let me know all that in the comments below. Lastly, let me talk a little bit about the weapon and just how I feel about this weapon. And to the whole price of nobody, this weapon is just really good. Bungie just doesn't miss with the competitive weapons. I cannot remember the last time I was not excited about one of the competitive weapons. These weapons are just some of the ones that they've been putting like constant effort into to always make them unique somehow, and also just very good. The competitive weapons are always juiced, and that doesn't really change with this one. Even if this thing was completely terrible, you said being a 4-burst SMG itself would make it actually pretty unique, but it's nice to see that this is also an amazing weapon, and I've really been enjoying using the weapon actually in both PvP, PvE. Both of them, the weapon feels amazing. It also sounds, it's one of the best sounding weapons, or like SMGs in the game. It sounds so good, it's just a fun weapon to shoot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys do like, subscribe to the channel in case you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care everyone, have a good day, peace.